Welcome to White Table Catering, and tonight is date night.
Date night, I know, I'm excited.
And you're looking super cute with your
Oh,
shirt, blouse.
Thanks, it has hearts on it for date night.
Love it. My name is Mark.
I'm Carly.
And together we're going to show you a few tips on how to prepare, heat, and serve your dinner date night box.
That's right. All right, well, let's get started.
Let's do it. All right, so first thing we're going to do in our kitchen is get a few things set up. So what you'll want to have is you'll want to have a bake tray with some parchment paper on it. You'll want to have some plates that you're ready to plate on. You want to have a chef knife, a pair of scissors, a spoon, and then also you want to heat a pot of water to a boil and also get your oven to 400 degrees. And then we'll get started. All right, so my water is now at a rolling boil. So we're ready to start. I'm going to grab from the dinner box the braised short ribs, the parsnip puree, but just so that you're aware, the vegan cashew cream looks very similar. So grab the one that has a yellow tint to it. That is the parsnip puree. And then also we have the demi-glace. So those three items are the first items that are gonna go into the water. And I'm just gonna ask Carly to put them in and then to turn the water temperature completely off. And we're gonna put the lid back on after that. Okay, so we are using something that's similar to what's called a sous vide method. A sous vide method cooks something in a plastic bag for a long, prolonged period of time at a lower temperature. We're using it here to heat your products so that you have more moisture retention, more flavor, and less cleanup. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to our chocolate tarts.
I'm excited about this part.
This is gonna be good.
Dessert. So we're actually starting backwards because we're gonna start with dessert.
That's right.
And then put the rest.
Yeah, so because we want to have our hot entree option available for you right at the end, we're going to do our chocolate tart first, and then we're going to move into our salad.
That's right. We have all the garnish ready to go in this package here, and then each tart individually packed in here.
So we'll start with putting out your plates, and then we'll cut open our chocolate tart bags. All right. So now we have your two tarts plated, we'll move on to the garnish. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on 2 meringues, some freeze-dried raspberries, and breaking up the blood orange just to press in just next to it. And I'll have Carly demonstrate that. All right, so we're about to start our carrot dish, but our braised short ribs and our parsnip puree have been in the water for about 5 minutes. And so this is the perfect time to start heating our other items. So what we have is our palm paisan. These potatoes are gonna go on a bake tray, and they're gonna go into that oven at 400 degrees. The other items that are gonna go into the pot with your parsnip puree and your braised short ribs are your caponata, your caramelized onions, and your confit artichoke. Okay, so now what we're gonna move on to is our carrot dish. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna grab is your vegan cashew cream and allow everything in the bag to kind of get away from the top before you cut it open. So you're gonna keep yourself a nice clean corner, and then you're gonna put that down your cutting board and you're gonna cut a tip off of it. And now this is gonna work as a nice piping bag. What we're gonna remember is that there's 2 portions in each bag. So you're gonna put approximately half of this onto your plate. And we're using large dinner plates so that we can get more plating surface area on our plates. Okay, so Carly's gonna do the same thing on her plate. All right, and then the next step is we're gonna use the spoon. And this is a little plating technique I'll show you. It's a simple one, but it looks beautiful. So what you'll wanna do is dip the edge of your spoon into the cashew cream and slide in a semicircle around.
Okay.
All right, yeah. And then pull it around. Perfect. Nice work.
Whew.
I'm gonna be out of a job here soon.
Nervous.
All right. And so now the next thing we're gonna do is grab our carrot ribbons. And one more time, this is for 2, so you wanna take about half for your plate. Okay. And so now you can grab half of the lighter colors and the darker colors and kind of play around with it. So we're gonna insert that onto the cashew cream. All right, next we're gonna work with the dukkha, which is a Middle Eastern spice blend. It's herbs and nuts and spices in there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it open and we're gonna use our spoon to place that into 3 different sections onto the plate. All right, you're up.
This smells so good.
It does smell good. So next we have our package of beets. We have regular beets and golden beets. We're gonna cut that open and we're gonna lightly put down those beets in between the carrot ribbons. Another thing to be aware of is when you're plating, you want to use light fingers. You want to gently put things down and then just let them go. If they fall a certain direction, that's okay. It's going to look more natural that way, and you're going to have more height. Okay, so next what we have is some citrus segments. Today we're using blood orange. And same thing as the beets, I'm going to lightly just place them dispersed within the carrots. Perfect. I think your plate's looking better than mine, actually.
I don't know.
All right, so next we're going to move on to our carrots. And again, with the carrots, we're looking for height. What we're going to do is lightly just place them down, create some contrast on the plate, and then just let go. Nice and natural. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so our last item for this dish is going to be your microgreens. We're going to use the pea shoots from this container. So I'm going to cut it open, trim down the pea shoots, and just sprinkle them lightly across the dish. Okay, so we're now done our carrot plates. I'm going to show you what we did. You can vote below on who plated it best. I already know that she plated it better, so don't worry about my feelings. Here you go. Let me know what you think. All right, so we have your packaged broccolini. The idea behind this is not to overcook it. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert it into the water just for 2 minutes while we prepare our lemon zest and parsley, and then we're going to pull everything out. So it's important that these go in just when you're ready to start plating. All right, so the next item we're going to prepare is our gremolata. So you're going to grab your lemon zest out of the box and also the parsley that we have from that herb kit. And we're going to put those on the counter and we're going to slice through them and then combine them, mix them up, and put them into a bowl. All right, so we're just going to chop through this parsley and get it as fine as you can. I did leave the stems out of it. You don't need to include the stems. And then just chop it up finely and add it to your lemon zest. All right, for our main entree, we have our big dinner plates out again, ready to go. And the first thing that we're gonna pull out of the water is gonna be our parsnip puree. So go right ahead and put that down on your cutting board and cut off a corner and then place it onto the plate in a similar fashion to the cashew cream for the carrot dish. All right, so what we're gonna do is similar to the carrots, we're gonna put our spoon in and we're gonna pull, but instead of doing it in a semicircle, we're just gonna pull straight. But you also wanna leave it to the side of the plate, and that's gonna give you more room to plate the other items without it all looking forced into the center of the plate. Okay, so next we're gonna use the potatoes. We're gonna put them right into the center of that swipe. Then we're gonna cut open our bag of broccolini, and we're gonna lay the broccolini right on top of those potatoes. Yeah, have fun with it. That looks great.
Okay.
All right, so for this dish, you may have ordered the braised short rib. You may have also ordered the vegan dish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you both dishes, one of each. In these packages though, keep in mind, there is enough for 2 dishes if you've only ordered the braised short rib. So here I am starting with the braised short rib. You have a package like this, which includes your braised short ribs. You also have your demi-glaze, which is now hot in the water, and you also have caramelized onions. And what you wanna do is you wanna open up that package of braised short rib. You're gonna place it to the right, the far right on the plate. You're gonna put down their demi-glaze in a nice circle in the center of those two. And then you're gonna take your caramelized onion, you're gonna put it on top of the braised short rib and then top it up with a gremolata. And that'll be your finished plate. If you'd like, if you have leftover microgreens from your carrot dish, you can lightly sprinkle those on top of your potatoes and it'll just be a nice finished touch. All right, if you've ordered the vegan dish, we're gonna jump into that now. So what you'll have in your container is a little ring mold, and then you also use your confit artichoke, your caponata, and your caramelized onion. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with that ring mold, you're gonna fill it with the caponata and create a nice cylinder shape in the same place that the braised short ribs were. Then you remove that, put in your artichokes on top. You're gonna fill your artichokes with that caramelized onion and the gremolata in a similar fashion as the braised short ribs, and then you're done your dish. You can finish with your microgreens and use the vinaigrette from inside your artichoke bag just to drizzle around your confit artichoke. Enjoy. Okay. All right, well that's it. What do you think? Was it a good date?
That was such a good date. I loved it.
Me
I
too.
love cooking with you.
Some of my plates were pretty good, but I think yours were a lot better.
Aw, thanks. Me too. No, I'm just kidding. Well, thank you for joining us with White Table at Home. We really hope you enjoy your meal and that you enjoyed cooking together. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.